Good morning. Good morning, Lucky. Good morning, Mama Red. Today's going to be a little bit differently, seeing how it is Veterans Day. That's why I'm flying the POW MIA flag right now. It is all in honor all of our veterans, past, present, future, that are serving now, have served, or died serving. Good morning, Elaine. And with that being said, it's only fitting I start off with this.
Miller buys in bulk.
Out on the battlefield covered in blood. Out on the battlefield covered in blood. There's
morning,
an
Barbara.
airborne sapper dying in the mud. There's an airborne sapper dying in the mud. The enemy came closing in until the soldier fell. The enemy came closing in until the soldier fell. So with one final magazine, he sent them all to hell. So with one final magazine, he sent them all to hell. Fallen soldiers, we stand on your shoulders. We stand on your shoulders. We carry your legacy. We carry your legacy. No one said that freedom's free. No one said that freedom's free. Fallen soldiers, we stand on your shoulders. We stand on your shoulders. I'll carry your legacy. I'll carry your legacy. Someday they remember me. Someday they remember me. Out in a foxhole, shaking in his boots. Out in a foxhole, shaking in his boots. There's a brand new private too afraid to shoot. There's a brand new private too afraid to shoot.
Morning,
The
Tammy
soldier
Doolittle.
to his left jumped on a hand grenade. The soldier to his left jumped on a hand grenade. And the gruesome price of war he paid. And the gruesome price of war he paid. Fallen soldiers, we stand on your shoulders. We stand on your shoulders. Carry your legacy. Carry your legacy. No one said that freedom's free. No one said that freedom's free. Fallen soldiers, we stand on your shoulders. We stand on your shoulders. We'll carry your legacy. Carry your legacy. Someday they remember me. Someday they remember me. Fallen soldiers, we stand on your shoulders. We stand on your shoulders. We carry your legacy. Carry your legacy. No one said that freedom's free. No one said that freedom's free. Fallen soldiers, we stand on your shoulders. We stand on your shoulders. We carry your legacy. Carry your legacy. Someday they remember me. Someday they remember me.
Mm. It does its job.
And I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now
I hope you guys like the music I'm opening with. It's honoring our veterans. And there you have it. No, they will never be forgotten. And I'm going to say a prayer, and I don't care who likes it. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you watch over all of our servicemen and women overseas during these trying times. Keep them protected, keep them safe, bring them home safely. Watch over all those family members that have lost service members due to one conflict or another. Today's day is a day to remember each and every one of us that have served, are serving, or died serving. And we ask that you guide everybody today to help them get them through it. And remember all their friends that they lost, so they don't ever get forgotten. And watch over those that are thinking about going in. Help keep them protected as well. In Jesus' name, and we pray. Amen. But with that being done, let's get on with the news. There is a Democrat refusing to concede to an election up in Virginia, of all places. Go figure. It's for the attorney race in Loudoun County. The current Batua Bibaraj barely lost their election to an up-and-coming new Republican. But Anderson, the new Republican, has beaten her by a little over 8%. All the votes have been in, but she's still not in wanting to let go. It says, in all likelihood, Buddha Babarat is going to do everything she can do to undo an election. What is it with Democrats and elections? Why is it so hard for them to say, good race? Well, I wonder why. They got a Democrat for Attorney General. And that Democrat just got beat by a Republican, and the Democrat doesn't want to let go. Tells me that she was making money on the side. She doesn't want to lose that, which is typical. But it is what it is. They'll figure it out. Morning, Rip. Yeah, today is a day about veterans. Because they've done a lot for this country. They're still doing a lot for this country. I lost a lot of good friends. I know other people have lost friends. I've also made a lot of good friends. And it's about honoring them. May 17th, 7 p.m., 1987. 57 soldiers or sailors died on board the USS Stark by 3 Exocet missiles. 2 months later, Battleship Iowa lost 25 more because somebody committed suicide in a gun turret and took 24 people with them. That's not counting the numbers we've lost over in Desert Storm, Afghanistan, Middle East right now. These guys put their life on the line for us. And I'll proudly stand next to each and every one of them and salute them. Because what they do. They don't get paid enough. Especially when you got football players making $1 million that want to take a knee for national anthem. And the only football player that's ever had my respect was Pat Tillman. If you guys don't know who he was an Arizona Cardinal that walked off the football field, put on a uniform, and was killed in action. May he rest in peace. But he did what he thought he had to do. He went from being a football player to being a veteran. To me, that's respect. But if anybody else wants, come on. To come up and pay your respects, you're more than welcome to. I'll let you do that. It's only fair. And I'll go one better. We'll take this one down. No, I want that one staying up. I want this other one down. There you go. I will let you all come up here and give your respects. I'll be busy in a parade tomorrow. I'll be busy being in a parade tomorrow. And the only reason they're celebrating it today is so everybody has a 3-day weekend, and that's all everybody sees is, oh, it's a 3-day weekend. I have a big problem with that. But that's neither here nor there. But thank you, Christine. But today, it's all about them and what they've done for us. Because people forget about the military until they need them. But these guys do this job every single day of the week. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. There's always somebody standing duty somewhere, protecting our freedom, protecting us. And with what's going on in the Middle East, people are looking towards the military because of all the threats that have been coming towards America on American soil. And a lot of people are worried. And me being a veteran and being in different countries and seeing what's happened in those countries, I can understand why. But somebody did come up to see you guys, so let's get him on. Turn around, Bubba. Why in the hell is there a flag showing up? Oh, I know why. But the boss man's here to see everybody. Morning, Pete. Hopefully you got your coffee. I'm surprised the American flag is showing up on my camera. I guess it's got a mind of its own. Let's try that. See if that doesn't change. Nope. What the damn hell is going on? But also, for those that don't know, this is the Veterans Creed, and I'm going to read it. I'm an American veteran. I proudly served my country. I live the values I learned in the military. I continue to serve my community, my country, and my fellow veterans. I maintain my physical and mental discipline. I continue to lead and improve. I make a difference. I honor and remember my fallen comrades. And we do. You know, but see, trouble. Here's something you don't know. The Marines weren't born today. Because what a lot of people don't understand, the Marine Corps is part of the United States Navy. They have been and will always be part of the United States Navy. Their paychecks at the top clearly state Department of Naval Affairs. The Marine Corps is the boots on the ground portion of the United States Navy. The United States Navy and the U.S. Army are the oldest two branches of the military. Just like the Air Force branched off from the Army as Army Air Corps before they became Air Force. And now they're branching off from the Air Force being Space Force. Morning, Red. Got to understand how the military works and how the breakdown is. The very first military branch we had was the Navy, and they were called Merchant Marines. And then they switched it from Merchant Marines to United States Naval. And then they separated the Marines from the Navy for the ground troops, but they're still part of the Navy. You know what? I don't care. The Marines are part of the Navy. The paycheck states Department of Naval Affairs. Wake the fuck up. Learn your military. You know what, troublemaker? Don't sit there and call me a fucking bitch. I served. What'd you do? Hide? Have a nice fucking day. Well, they got a lot of things going on. Oh, I know, Christine. I know. And see, people don't understand the Marine Corps is part of the Navy. They have been trying for years to become their own unit. And they keep getting told no. You will remain part of the Navy. And here's the funny part. Everybody thinks the Marines are the elite of the elite when it comes to the branches of the military. They're not. They're trained by Navy drill instructors. They're trained by Marine drill instructors side by side. Well, a lot of people don't want to hear that, Barbara, because they think the Marine Corps, it is the top branch. You know what? They're all equal. They all do their job. They all have certain jobs they have to do. One branch is not above the other. They're all equal. They're all equal. And if people don't like hearing that, that's on them. I'm not going to put one branch above the other, but they're all out there doing the same job. And that's to protect our freedom. And they don't like hearing the fact that their paycheck clearly at the top says Department of Naval Affairs. It doesn't say Department of Marines. Like the Army says Department of Army Affairs. The Air Force says Department of Air Force Affairs. Space Force says Department of Space Force Affairs. The Marine Corps still says Department of Naval Affairs. It will always say that. They will never be able to become their own branch. They will always be tied to the United States Navy because they are part of the United States Navy. They just don't like hearing about it. Why do you think Marine bases that are inland are a combination naval Marine airfield? They carry both names because Navy pilots fly out of those air bases right along with Marine pilots. And yes, there are Marine pilots that fly jets. They fly helicopters. But people don't understand that. And they don't want to listen to it. And that's on them. That's on them. I don't expect them to. That's all on them. But nobody's going to come in here and make the statement that was made and get away with it. You will get bad, especially on today. No. But I will be right back. And yes, I will put music on so you guys aren't bored.
These days you can't get a man to work. People get married and they still flirt. Don't pledge allegiance to our flag like we used to do. Good men are willing to give their lives. My politicians take away our rights, saying they know best what's good for you. These days dads are always gone. Mama's still here, but she's on her phone. Grandma's raising the kids, and the devil is too. If you ask me, this whole world is gone to hell. I speak the truth, but these days the truth won't sell. I bleed red, white, and blue in my ways you just can't change. Wrong or right, I give my life for this place called USA. There's no other place that I'd rather live. Love my wife and teach my kids about the land of the free and the home of the brave. I'm sick and tired of people putting it down. If you don't like it here, get the heck out of town. Go and find somewhere you love, that's fine with me. 'Cause we don't need people riding the fence. You're either riding with us or you're riding with them. Make up your mind which side you stand. If you ask me, this whole world is gone to hell. I speak the truth, but these days the truth won't sell. I bleed red, white, and blue in my ways you just can't change. Wrong or right, I give my life for this place called USA. Cause of the brave. Wrong or right, they gave their lives for this place called USA. If you ask me, this whole world is gone to hell. I speak the truth, but these days the truth won't sell. I bleed red, white, and blue in my ways you just can't change. Wrong or right, I give my life for this place called USA. Wrong or right, I give my life for this place called USA.
Hang on a minute, Pete. Good morning, Mr. Pete.
Morning. How's everybody doing?
Doing pretty good. What's Stairwave saying this morning?
I don't know. This Tennessee phone net I'm listening to, the morning net. They're on from Monday through Friday, and at night too. They're pretty consistent. They kind of everybody checks in, shares information. You know, everybody's getting a little more active these days. You know, due to things being the way they are right now. If you know what I mean. How you doing?
Wendy. Morning, Lynn. Dealing with what I can. Knowing that of the guys I know that give their all fighting for this country.
Yeah. Well, it would be nice if our so-called leaders and politicians would take care of the veterans of war that have already served before creating new ones, if you know what I mean.
Well, you know, do you want to know how they take care of us, Pete?
They got the money to do it, Jeff.
No,
I mean, golly.
This is how they take care of us. And why in the hell am I getting a flag showing up?
Yeah. I'm kind of curious to see how that goes down today, you know, with all there's a lot of events planned nationwide as far as, you know, Veterans Day celebrations. I'm kind of watching and waiting to see, you know, if there's any blips on the radar, you know.
That's what I've been waiting for as well.
You know. I'm assuming that.
See if that fixes it. No, what the hell? I guess my camera's gonna show the American flag.
But good morning, everybody. Happy Friday.
That works. What the hell?
And how's the weather out there today, Jeff? Have you had any rain at all?
Nope. We're expecting up north got a little bit of snow. Right now it's 52 degrees and it's nice.
Gee, that's camping weather, man.
Yep. But no, what I was going to say, this is one of the ways they take care of us.
Yeah.
That's their way of saying thank you.
Uh-huh.
And what that is the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal. And that was their way of saying, well, thank you for putting your life on the line, staying on a ship that was burning for 16 hours, fighting fires on it to try saving people. But this is how we're going to thank you. We're going to give you a medal.
Which fire was that, Jeff?
USS Stark.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
The ship I was on was the first one that responded when the Stark got hit in '87 in the Persian Gulf.
You must have run into the USS Sampson, which Stark just released. Yes. Sampson. And then Sampson turned around and, you know, when Stark got hit and reassumed the duties of...
They were on their way out of the Gulf that night when the Stark got hit, and they flipped around and came back in.
Yep, they did. Yep. That was before I was on it, but, you know.
Because the Samson was the second ship that was on scene.
Yep. GDG number 10.
Yeah, they were the second one that were on scene because we got there first, and while we were fighting the fires, the Samson came along, and the LaSalle came, which was the naval hospital ship.
Yep. Yep.
And then we had the Aegis, which was a cruiser, show up. And then after we got done fighting the fires, the Samson towed the Stark into Bahrain. And the rest of us stayed out looking for survivors that were floating in the Persian Gulf. The ship I was on, we found 5. We recovered 5 people in the ocean.
It was a hell of a day, man. It was a hell of a day.
Day you never forget, because I was on watch when it happened.
Yep.
Because I was up on the bridge when the call came out that they were hit, and I contacted the captain and said, we got a problem. Stark just got hit with 3 missiles. Captain was on the bridge in less than 30 seconds, and we were underway in less than a minute.
You know, they got a plaque down there in Mayport commemorating that day. You know, where
down there.
Where the Stark used to tie up.
Yep.
Yep.
And one of the people that died on that ship happened to be my best friend.
Yep.
And I was the one that was able to ID him because of a necklace that he was given in boot camp, or a birthday present. Because he was given a St. Christopher's cross in boot camp for his birthday. And he still had that cross around his neck.
Yep.
Sorry to hear that, Elaine. Prayers to you and your family.
But what I'm saying before.
Where you at now, Red? Should already be there. Holy shit.
He's not there yet?
No, he says he should be in Buffalo around 2.
Well, they got some weather up there too that, you know, that up in that part of the country.
He doesn't want snow, and he's going where there's snow.
I don't understand that at all. You know.
Well,
but
with your luck, you happen to pick a bus that breaks down. Ain't that some shit?
Red, if you can hear me, man, I'll call you after a while. So save your battery.
Were you listening to any of the chatter last night on the channels the veterans talk on?
No, I stay away from that for a reason.
I did, because being Veterans Day.
Yeah.
I was able to get a hold of a couple buddies that do ham radio. There was quite a bit of chatter going on last night. It's quite interesting.
There's been chatter always, Jeff. I just, you know, some of you got to take
No. They weren't even talking about the war. They were talking about stories of what they dealt with while they were in the service.
Yeah, I know.
It was quite interesting.
Yeah,
They were just trying to remember and get back in contact with buddies they served with.
I'm finding out that a lot of the guys I served with, very few are up on the channels. Very few even have their license. I'm surprised.
I keep in contact with a lot of the ones I've served with, and most of the ones I've served with, because of what we dealt with in the Persian Gulf, has had all kinds of health issues streaming from what we handled or what we went through in the Persian Gulf.
Yep.
That the VA will not recognize.
The VA just flat out will not follow the law. I mean, there's been several laws that specifically state, you know, if you're dealing with this medical condition, then you're supposed to be service connected because it is related to service in the Gulf.
Yeah.
Just like what they did to the Vietnam vets before us, you know?
Yep.
And the VA just flat out refuses.
Lose that bonus. It all breaks down to they don't want to lose their bonus because if they got to pay out money,
Yep.
they don't get their bonus.
That's right, and
That's
you
all
nailed
it
it on the
is.
head. It's a reduction in spending thing they got going on every year, and all these
Well, yeah,
VA
because the
administrators.
more they save, the bigger their bonus is at the end of the year.
Yep, it's called bureaucrats. Bureaucrats that need to be fired and kicked to the curb. I mean, they flat out just they just flat out refuse to follow the laws that are that are on the Federal Register. That's Title 38.
Carl, don't
It
be
makes
stupid.
What's Carl doing now?
He's being stupid. He knows better than that in here.
Carl's I mean, what do you expect of Carl? Carl defines ignorance.
Hey, he did a pretty good job last night in Troll Central. They were going at him, and he was going back at them.
Well, I'm not saying Carl never did hold his own, never didn't hold his own, but I mean, Carl.
Well, no, him and Spoon were going at it hardcore last night. I was like, holy shit.
Well, I've always had a bone to pick with Spoon too, so
Well, Spoon made a comment about Carl doxing people, and then Carl's response was, "You've doxed more than I have. I haven't doxed anybody," and that was what started the whole thing. And they went on for several hours.
Well, I have to agree with Carl on that because Spoon has doxed people.
Oh, but she kept saying she hasn't.
She doxed me once. I mean, I wouldn't even. This is back when I was still listening to friggin' Ant, lying son of a bitch.
And then Telescope and G. Abbott got in there and said, "Well, we haven't doxed anybody," and I just didn't say nothing. And it's like, you lying sacks of shit. Both of you doxed me.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. They do what they do, and
convince everybody that neither one of them doxed anybody.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. But yeah, for everybody living in the Northeast, be aware of your weather.
Yeah, they're talking a very strange, strong El Nino to the point where they're expecting Alaska to have over 100 inches of snow.
I know it.
Well, and it's coming all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico.
Well, I mean, we need the moisture because we're dry as a bone here. The grass is you could hear the grass. Yeah, it's so brittle. It's that dry here. Here in East Tennessee, we need the moisture.
Well, you're going to get it.
Well, we hope today.
Well, they're talking states that might get an inch of snow a year are getting several feet this year.
Yeah, I know.
But I look at it this way. It's what we need to refill all the aquifers. Get rid of this drought. It's Mother Nature just fixing herself.
We'll see about that, Jeff. I mean, at this point, you notice, did you get the part about where they fired up the HAARP channels there a few weeks ago?
Yeah, because they're going to try counteracting the El Nino.
Yeah, well.
This is bullshit. Let nature take its course. Let her do her job.
Yeah.
She knows how to take care of herself. Let her. She doesn't need no help.
No, that's right. You don't, man. Have you noticed that everything mankind tends to dabble with gets severely messed up? I think mankind just needs to leave. Do you remember that old butter commercial or the margarine commercial? It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature.
Yep.
Okay. There's a lot of truth to that.
For years they ran that commercial. It's not nice to mess with Mother Nature.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Mother Nature knows how to take care of herself. She's been doing it for thousands of years.
yep.
Just let
Oh
her do her
yeah.
job. She'll replenish the earth what it needs. She doesn't need any assistance.
Well, that's for sure. That is for sure.
Carl. You have 5 minutes to think about that one.
Carl, you sick bastard.
Carl, I got two simple rules in here. Be respectful and treat others the way you want to be treated. If you can't live up to it, don't come here.
I think he's trying to compete with Teledope as far as being rather on the warp side of things. Or maybe he's trying to,
Not here.
you know.
Not here.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. People are tired of that shit.
This is an
Yeah.
adult channel. We have adult conversations. You want to act like a kid? Go back over to Troll Central. That's where the kids hang.
Kids? You mean the sandbox? Yeah, with their sandbox lights and all that. Yeah, I know. I wasn't impressed a few times I've been over there. Just
Well, and even last night, Nuts was going at them.
But yeah,
They never will, Christine. Because if they actually had to be an adult, that means they'd have to grow up and face responsibilities and be accountable for their actions, and they don't want that.
They're not capable of it.
No, they're capable, but they just don't want to do it because they don't want to be held accountable.
Wow.
They want to do what they do and get away with it, and that's it.
Yep. Well, Jeff, I gotta bug out of here. I gotta get back to and go check in on this phone net, Tennessee phone net.
Yeah,
And,
I've been making phone calls to friends this morning, wishing them happy Veterans Day and stuff. Checking up on them, making sure they're still healthy and stuff because of all the stuff we dealt with in the Middle East.
Yeah, definitely check in with your brothers.
Well, one of them right now is going through cancer that is service related.
Is the VA helping them out at all, or is he?
Nope. That's what we were talking about. So I told him what forms to fill out to get them to do what they're supposed to do.
Under this new PACT Act thing that they just passed?
That PACT Act was a joke. It made things worse, not better.
I know.
It gave the VA more leniency to get away with what they're doing.
No, it didn't. It didn't give them more leniency. The VA is at the point where they just flat out refuse to follow regulations. And until Congress...
they're using the PACT Act to get away with it.
And until the VA secretary is impeached, just like they're going to try and impeach Mayorkas, the Secretary of Homeland Security, until the VA is actually held to account by Congress, then they're going to continue this crap.
Well,
because
that will never happen.
You know, they know it's a bunch of bureaucrats. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Do I have trouble talking this morning? Yes, I do. It's a bunch of bureaucrats.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I need a little more than coffee. But anyway, I gotta, before I get going on another rant, I'm gonna bug out of here, and everybody be safe and have a safe and happy weekend.
You enjoyed the phone line.
And to all my brothers and sisters, veterans, hats off to you guys for stepping up.
Salute to you as well, Pete.
Yeah.
No, that's why I figured I'd do this stream for the veterans, because it is what it is. And I know a lot of people later on today are going to jump on that bandwagon because they're going to look at it, well, it's Veterans Day, maybe I can do something and get credibility for something.
Well, I'm going to remember my last two ships today that I was on. USS Sampson, DDG-10 Adams class destroyer.
Yeah.
He was a
I was
mighty
on the
ship.
Waddell, DDG 24, Adams
I
class.
remember the Waddell. Yep, I remember that. That
That's
one.
the ship I was on.
You were at Charleston, weren't you?
No, San Diego.
San Diego.
Yep.
What's the one I'm thinking of?
Morning,
Out of
Dan.
Charleston.
No,
That knows.
at one time the Waddell was stationed on the East Coast, but they put it into rehab. And when it came out of rehab
That's
in
right, yeah.
the early 80s, they switched from the East Coast over to the West Coast.
Yeah.
But the Waddell's been around since World War II. Waddell got damaged
She
in
was
World War
old.
II.
She was old. Yep.
Yeah.
She was old.
Well, no, and then they sold her to another country. Waddell was there for 2 years, then came back, and it took them a week to sink the Waddell to make it a reef. Took them a week.
By the way, there's a new ship out there, the USS Sampson, DDG 102.
Yeah, I know.
I call it DDG 10-2.
Yeah.
It's got all
It
sorts
just
of
got
wonderful.
commissioned.
Now she's been in service for a few years now.
Well, she's the newest one that's been commissioned. They're working on another one right now, and they're possibly naming it the Waddell as well.
Yep. The other ship was the USS Mobile Bay, Aegis Cruiser, Ticonderoga class,
Yeah.
CG-53.
See, I went from the Waddell to the Arleigh Burke.
Oh, you went to an Arleigh Burke class, huh?
Yes, I did.
It was
And
like
I went
going
from the
from
Arleigh Burke to a carrier.
a dinosaur to a new set of play toys. As far as electronics.
And the best part about the Burke is it was the flagship for the Arleigh Burke class. So
yeah,
being on that ship was quite interesting.
Oh, I'm sure. What war were you? Gas turbine?
Nuke.
Nuke?
Mm-hmm. It
I
had a
didn't know the
reactor
Arleigh
in
Burke.
it.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
The Arleigh Burke is the only one of the Arleigh Burke class that has the reactor.
Golly, the last nuke small ship I knew of was what was it? USS Bainbridge?
Yeah.
Or,
No, they put it in, they put one in the Arleigh Burke, and everything after that had the gas turbines.
yeah. Well,
But the
gas
Arleigh Burke
turbines.
itself was the first one that had that funky radar shape.
Well,
Now
that was
they're all going to that radar shape.
that was your spy radar and Link 11 and all. Well,
The only thing I
That
didn't
used to
like
call
about
Link
the Arleigh Burke is that front section of the superstructure was one tall son of a bitch.
yeah. All right, well, I'm out of here, Jeff. Anyway, everybody take care and have a safe weekend. Let's hope that the areas that need rain get it.
Yeah.
And let's hope that everybody has a good weekend. Check up on your compatriots, my friend.
I do every month to make sure they're all doing good.
And
because year after year after year, we keep losing 3 or 4.
more and more. I know. It's
and
weird.
That part is a lot of them are younger than me.
Yeah.
Like, well, shit. You guys are younger than I am. Why are you going before me? And it's shit that they picked up with in the Gulf that the VA doesn't want to take care of. And I disagree with that.
All right, everybody. Well, Jeff, I'm out of here, man.
Take it easy, Pete. Happy Veterans Day to you, brother.
Happy Veterans Day to you, my friend. And,
enjoy the airwaves.
Yeah, I've got a lot of traffic to pick up today as far as, just, mainly, we're keeping track of what's going on. Just, we're just hoping that nothing stupid happens, So it is what it is. Everybody take care. Red, if you're still listening, I'll give you a holler later on here. Check up on you. So
Yeah.
later on, everybody. Rock and roll, Jeff.
Take care, Pete. And we'll be right back. Well, Texas Roadhouse has done that for quite a few years, Christine. Now, the Vet Center here in Phoenix this year, for the second year, gave free turkeys to veterans for Thanksgiving. They called it Vetsgiving. This is the second year they've done it now. Yes, they are now asking people who claim to be a veteran for ID, and rightfully so. Because they've had a lot of people go out and buy camouflage military clothing from Army surplus stores, walk in, and try claiming they're a veteran when they're not. And because of that, now they're asking for IDs to verify it. And I agree, they should. They really should. But I know you guys haven't had the morning news yet. For those that live in the valley freeways will be closed during Veterans Day weekend, and a lot of that is due to the parade. Virginia delegation fumes over FBI headquarters decision. Well, let's see what that's about. What did they decide to do now? Okay, Virginians are fuming over the Biden administration decision to build the new FBI headquarters in Maryland instead of their home state. Oh, of course. Like the FBI needs a new damn office. Map shows Biden's new nuclear bomb compared to most powerful U.S. weapons. Ain't very strong. Need Greenwich, every American will understand Biden's level of corruption. And we do. Nicaragua experiencing massive move of God as event draws 650,000 for tens of thousands. Wow. Veterans Affairs wants vets to reapply for benefits after PACT Act. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be totally fucking Veterans Day is a time to honor those who served and sacrificed for our freedom. One valiant woman who lost her father to Parkinson's before Veterans Affairs approved his medical disability is on a mission to fight to make sure other veterans get the help they need and deserve. The VA is also encouraging military families to reapply if they've been denied in the past, as the PACT Act is expanding eligibility significantly. Yeah, it's also making it harder to get shit done, too. Putin's death rumors intensifies after his successor refers to him in past tense. Yeah, they're going to continue that rumor. Years ago, Netanyahu made a major mistake. The world is still paying the price. That's when he talked to Obama. Back in 2015, then President Barack Obama and the leaders of the nations known as the P5+1, China, Britain, France, Russia, and Germany, were using every tool in the national security toolbox to constrain Iran's pursuit of nuclear weapons, including negotiating a deal to formally constrain that pursuit. At the same time, Netanyahu was doing the unthinkable. While leading a nation dependent on U.S. military support, Netanyahu ran a multi-pronged, sustained public campaign against an American president's agenda. The move was a strategic disaster, failing to stop the deal, sidelining Israel diplomatically, and injecting partnership into what, until then, has been roundly bipartisan U.S. backing for its ally. The Democratic Party has not been unified on support for Israel since. And there explains a lot. And that, folks, is some of the news for this morning. Queenie, either address me by my real name or don't address me at all. You beached cow. You can think about that one for 5 minutes. Yeah. Morning, Sheffield. See, Queenie, this is not Tommy's channel. This is not Troll Central's channel. This is my channel. You be respectful and treat others the way you want to be treated, or you get timed out or get banned. It's that simple. We're adults here. My name is not Jeff Wheat. My name is Jeff. You either say it right or you don't get the chance to say it at all. That simple. I don't give a fuck what you do in other channels. But in my channel, you will be respectful, or you won't be allowed in. Just so you know, Queen. That's the channel rule. Plain and simple. And today's not the day you want to push your luck. Today or tomorrow, either one. But you can go back over to Troll Central and say, oh no, apparently Jeff's not afraid to go live because he's live right now. Because I know that was brought up last night, that you guys thought I was afraid to go live because I had to have permission from somebody. Guess what? I go live when I want to go live. I don't have to ask anybody. My channel, I run it how I want, when I want, and what time I want. I don't have to ask permission for nobody. And chickens are fun to kill too. Just saying. especially when you grab them around the neck and you flip their head around and snap their neck. Then you cut it off and let them walk around the yard with no head. Well, that's why most people get chickens is for the eggs. Because there ain't nothing better than farm fresh eggs. But that's what you do with them, Shelly. You get them for the eggs, and once they're done laying their eggs, they become dinner. And once they're dinner, you got to kill them, clean them, cook them. No, Freebird, I just know how life works with animals. I don't look at them as a pet. See, that's where most people make the mistakes. They look at these animals as pets. I look at them as dinner. Well, no, like I said, some people make them pets. Others look at it as dinner. Now, when I raise livestock, I don't get attached to it for that reason. It's a meal. It's to help support my family. Never getting attached to them. Now, dog and cat, that's a different story. Horse, that's a different story. But cattle, sheep, pigs, ducks, chickens, they're meals. Not getting attached to them. Well, see, I'd never do that. Because they're there for a particular reason. Food. Why else have them? Pigs, you get ham and bacon. Nothing better than bacon and eggs for breakfast. In other words, you spoil them rotten. Shame on you. Oh, hell no. My niece and my nephews don't even get spoiled rotten around me. Because if I buy chickens, they're producing eggs, and when they get to the point where they can't produce eggs no more, they become dinner. Nothing better than fresh fried chicken. And that you got to rotate the stock. Just like cattle. 3 heads of cows. You got a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a calf. The 2-year-old gets slaughtered. Once that 2-year-old gets slaughtered, I go get another calf, and I always have a year's supply of meat. Oh, they'll be very well taken care of. They would just never be looked at as pets. Because all my animals I use for feeding purposes are very well taken care of, and they're naturally built up. So I get more product from the animal. Why did you what? Then what are you doing here, Queenie? What do you want? Didn't you have enough fun last night in Troll Central? Yeah, that's the real one. Um, you're on the wrong channel, Queenie. I don't see homeless anywhere on this channel. Nor do I see the word homeless. Do any of you guys see the word homeless anywhere on this channel? So apparently she's got the wrong channel. Quinn, if you're here just to try creating problems, take your fat ass on down the road. Not going to happen. That's not what we do here, Queenie. Here we actually have adult conversations, but apparently you don't know how, so I'll help you with that problem. Have a good day. Move your fat ass down the road. Morning, sassy and sweet. Christine, she won't be able to answer now. She's no longer welcome here. I'm not going to put up any shit from any of the trolls. That simple. That's not what this room's about. We have adult conversations here. We don't try tearing people down or making fun of them. It's that simple. Treat others the way you want to be treated. I don't think it gets any clearer than that. You want to be treated nice? Well, treat others nice. If you don't want to be treated nice, be stupid, get banned. Well, I'd have to say Queenie is local in her cabeza. And if you want to know what that means, it means she's crazy in her fucking head. Yep. Welcome to cabeza. Hey, shoe fits wear it, right? It's that simple. No, the trolls last night were making comments of my channel dying and everything else because they're doing their job on trying to shut me down, but apparently it's not working very well because I'm still running. And the reason they were doing that is because I didn't stream for 2 days. So what? I stream when I want. And just because I don't stream every day doesn't mean I'm dying. On the days I don't stream, I'm researching, looking into things, making sure the information that's going out there is what it needs to be. Funny how that happens. No, no. That and I got a real life. I don't sit behind my keyboard all damn day like they do. I actually am doing things. Well, then, Christine, I guess I'm early because it's only 7:01. We're not at 8:53 anywhere. Because as it stands, we've been going for almost 2 hours already. Well, we know the trolls don't. We know the trolls don't. But that's them. I got better things to do. Make money, be proactive, stay active, do outdoor stuff, have fun, enjoy life, not sit behind a computer and become ugly. And then try taking that ugliness out on everybody around me. That's their problem. They need to get out and unwind. If not, they're going to just turn into crabby old people. Oh, wait a minute, they're already there. Okay, so today you relax. Big deal. See, adults adult every day. Because we understand responsibilities and duties. The trolls don't understand that concept. All they know how to do is lead a miserable life and then try making other people's lives just as miserable. Because if their life isn't if their life is miserable, they think everybody else's life needs to be miserable. You know what? You want your life to be miserable? That's all fine and dandy. You can have your miserable life. Stay the fuck out of mine. Because just because you're having a miserable life doesn't mean I want one. No, Freebird, get it right. It's 5 o'clock somewhere always. You know, 5 o'clock for alcohol. It's 5 o'clock always. If you think about it, somewhere in this world, it's always 5 o'clock. Whether it be 5 a.m. or 5 p.m., but it's always 5 o'clock. And it's 4:20 somewhere too. See, when I started this stream, I started getting things set up at 5 o'clock as I was drinking my coffee. Well, here's the funny part, Freebird. Not only you're stoned, you're backwards, and you're laying in bed naked. So there you have it. Because that's what you do every day. And it's okay. That's your choice. It is 5 o'clock somewhere constantly, Elaine. And you know what? Mai Tais and margaritas sound good right about now. Oh, wow, you're actually dressed today? Shock, shock, surprise. But Mai Tais and margaritas sound good right about now. Good way to start the day. Nice Mai Tai or a salty margarita or a strawberry daiquiri. Oh, Lord. What do you want there, Sandy? Veterans Day is November 11th every year. I will not be in front of my computer tomorrow morning, so I'm doing this today. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll be busy. You know, being a veteran on Veterans Day, we kind of get busy. No, I don't drink. That's why it sounds like it'd be a good thing to have. And Sandy, thank you for your service. You didn't know you served. But tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, I'll be standing in the parking lot waiting for a parade to start. So I'm doing what I'm doing today because I know tomorrow will be busy. But see, you wouldn't understand that, but that's okay. No. I guess Troll Central is taking bets on how fast people can get banned. Why does that not surprise me? It sure seems a lot of people from Troll Central are coming over here running their mouth to get timed out or banned. And if that's what you want, that's fine. We can do this all day. No, we can't because I'm not going to be on here all day. I got things to do today too. Unlike you losers that sit in a room and fight with each other. Oh no, I do have a mod. But seriously, Christine, why should I have to have mods? Good morning, Yancy. And Christine, Dachshund Grandma is a mod. That comes tomorrow afternoon. Because where I go hunting opens tomorrow. And that's where I'll be tomorrow afternoon. Zone 27A. That I got to wait until tomorrow. Oh, I know. And here's the funny part, though, Christine. I usually get them before the mods do anyway. Because I already know who they are. So the moment they type one time, I've already got them. It is what it is. But Zone 27A opens tomorrow for rifle, and that's where I'll be. Right after the parade. Parade will be done at noon. By 4 o'clock, I'll be sitting in a stand. And hopefully by 6 o'clock, I have my first tag. That's the goal. That's the plan. 2 hours after I get set up, I should be able to tag my first one. If not, I go back up Sunday and do it again. But Sunday, I'll go there bright and early and catch them as the sun rises. Because I'm craving venison. So tomorrow I'm going after some elk. Elk, mule deer, or whitetail. Whichever one decides to be stupid and get themselves put in my sight. Yep. I got tagged for all three. And I have an empty freezer waiting to fill. Hopefully I get the elk first. Well, actually, Christine, if you think about it, they really don't have a thought process because they're not intelligent enough to think. That's neither here nor there. Let's see here. Well, hopefully I can get something tomorrow, and if I do, I can send you some. But this is how predictable the fools are. They're probably thinking I'm watching them right now, and I'm not. Because I don't care about them. They're irrelevant. They're beneath me. They're just lost causes. So why waste the time? But yet they'll constantly run my name to their mouths because I'm their content because they got nothing better to do. Go figure. That's pretty sad. And then if I do it right, I don't know, Sandy. Now, if after I do that tomorrow, I might even go fishing. These catfish would go good too. Catfish, trout, bass. Sounds like a good meal. Who's all ready for Thanksgiving? You know, the biggest day of the year people wait to eat? Yes, It's okay. But I'm more of a largemouth bass, trout kind of person. And catfish I use for fish fries. Well, I'm not going to be at a parade, Sandy. I'm going to be in the parade. It's just not being at it. I will be in it. Salmon is good. I like king salmon out of Alaska, and I'll order quite a few pounds of it. And grouper is an acquired taste for me. Don't like it. But I do like king salmon. Just another day, Tammy Zulu. Just another day. That's all it is. For me, that's all they've been for the last, God, 20 years. Just another day. It's just another day that people get the day off from work and get paid for it. And they go out and party. And to them, it's just a party day, not what the actual day is. Just like Christmas. Christmas has become too businesslike. It's a moneymaker. And that's not what it was designed to be. Christmas was based around the birth of Jesus Christ. But now it's nothing but a big business on how much money people can spend buying gifts to give to people. Well, look at Valentine's. Valentine's Day was supposed to be a simple day for a couple to talk, show each other how much they love each other. That's become business. That's become a very expensive business for one day because flowers skyrocket, chocolate skyrockets because they know people will pay that for Valentine's Day. So why not jack up the prices on those? Oh yeah, card holidays. You know what, Mary? Every job I've ever owned, I've never had the day off. People take off their birthdays. I never have. When I was in the military, I worked every single holiday. It was just another day. Just another day. And then they want to know why veterans don't celebrate holidays. Because we've worked them. We never had a chance to celebrate them. And the worst part is, every time a holiday came up, I was out to sea. I was never in port. Never. I was always out to sea. Out to sea for 4th of July, New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Valentine's, Veterans Day, Memorial Day. The ship I was on was always out to sea on those days. Always. So it just became another work day. Just another day. Well, why do you think they come to the States, Freebird? They know they can't be hunted here. No, 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 Christine. You want to get
relish, go to the Prickly Pear Company or pricklypear.com company here in Phoenix, Arizona. They make prickly pear jam. They make prickly pear jalapeno spread. Anything and everything you can think of with prickly pear fruit, they make. And that stuff's good. It really is. It's really good stuff. And it's made out of the prickly pear fruit. Oh, it is. And it's made from the little red prickly pear fruits on the that come out every year on top of prickly pear cactus. They go out and they harvest it and they turn it into all kinds of different dishes. And some people like cabbage, some people like lettuce. I like to take and mix the two together because it makes for a better salad.
That feels good on the back. Well, that's why I mix it with regular lettuce. I'll chop up both of them together and mix it together. Gives you the best of both worlds. Nah, he fumigates, does he, Elaine? That's the only thing wrong with cabbage. It doesn't agree with a lot of men to the point they fumigate. Oh, I love cooking. I love it with a passion. I can cook everything from A to Z from scratch without using a recipe book or anything else. I just love cooking. Matter of fact, this weekend I'm making stir fry. Sunday I'm making lasagna. Monday I am doing steaks. I'm not sure what I'm doing the rest of the week. I'll figure it out. I always do. And tacos are good, but I like doing tacos with burritos. Or I like doing fajitas. Those are good too. Well, you don't have to be a sweet eater to be able to cook, Christine. You can make all kinds of meals that aren't sweet. Quesadillas are good. See, I like making tortillas from scratch and then making them into quesadillas. I also like tamales, chimichangas, all the good stuff. I even like gumbo. That's fun to make. And I'm not Cajun, but I love Cajun gumbo. I'm not into sweets. I just like good meals, good healthy meals, and that's what I make. That's what keeps me in shape. When I went in to have my back looked at, the doctor was impressed on how good of a shape I was in, and she asked me how I do it. I said I just eat good meals. I eat healthy meals, meals that are good for the body. She told me keep that up. Because for somebody your age, you're quite healthy. I'm like, yeah, I try. And cheese isn't too bad. Cheese goes good with everything. But too much salt, though, Freebird, is bad for the body. So you got to be careful on what your salt intake is. Oh, I love homemade tortillas. You do, Elaine. You need to get your eyes checked out before things get really bad for you. Hey, I normally don't get checked out unless I'm dying, but because of my back, found out I don't have cancer. So that was a good thing. Go in for a sore back, come out with a clean bill of health. I can go with that. Well, it depends on what kind of salt you're using. See, I don't do salt intake. I drink things like Gatorade because it's a natural electrolyte that offsets the salt. They're not supposed to be round. That's just it, though, Elaine. They're not supposed to be round. If you get a round tortilla, you're getting a mass-produced tortilla off a machine that cuts round circles. Handmade tortillas don't ever come out exactly alike. That's what makes them so unique. Because they don't ever come out the same size. Oh, Lord. Believe it or not, there's a better thing out there than table salt for snow. And it's not a salt, it's a brine. Oh no, if you had lupus, they would have told you. Let's see here. But I got things to do, and the clock is a ticking. Okay, whatever, JFK. Have a nice day. You see, here's the funny part, JFK. In order for it to be a hag show, there has to be hags on the screen. I'm not a hag. I'm a guy. Nice try. Now go away. Go back over to Troll Central where you belong, you piece of shit. There's a lot of things that can cause the fainting. Because an imbalanced equilibrium will cause you to faint. But with that being said, thank you, Robert. How you doing? I was thinking Vertigo. So how's your crusade going, Robert? Well, Robert, let me show you something. Seeing how you're just as delusional as all the rest of them. And I gotta figure out why it's doing that flag. So I'll do it this way. What the hell? Oh, there's why. There we go. You see those, Robert? Would you like to know what each and every one of those are? Because I'll gladly tell you. Sea Service Ribbon. Battle Commendation. Armed Forces or Navy Marine Corps Expeditionary Medal. Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, which happens to be this medal. This medal, Robert, in itself is the peacetime equivalent to a Bronze Star. Not everybody gets these, Robert. So as far as credibility for being in the service, you know what? Kiss my ass. It's that simple. I'm very proud of the medals I've earned. And I can tell you exactly where I was at for each and every one of them. You know what, Robert? If people don't want to believe I was in the service, that's on them. I don't give a shit. I know what I did. I know when I served. That's all that matters. I don't have to please anybody. All I got to be is true to me. That's it. And actually, Bullets on Barbecue, the show is about four-wheel drives. Today just happens to be a specific show for a specific reason. To honor all of our veterans. Because tomorrow I'm going to be busy. Like a lot of other veterans. We're going to cemeteries and placing flags and being involved in a parade. So I'm doing it today. Because today is the day a lot of companies are allowing their employees to have the day off for Veterans Day. Today's the day prior to the actual day. Because that November 11th is Veterans Day. Robert, that has nothing to do with the internet. I just don't care what people think in general. I don't have to please them. I don't have to make them happy. All I got to worry about is me. You know what, Robert? I don't give a fuck what they say. Uh, I don't know if I'll be able to, Barbara, because I'll be on a float or actually not a float, but on a trailer as a veteran. So I don't know if I'll have the ability to. Robert, I don't care what the trolls have to say. Because here's the funny thing, Robert. They don't know me. They think they do, but they actually don't. So I sound mad, Robert? Pretty much. Pretty much, Yancy. Because we really don't give a shit. And I don't sound mad at all. So have a nice day, Robert. I know that's a hard concept for you. To have somebody tell you to have a nice day. There you have it. Thank you, Robert. You too. Have a good day. God, they are so predictable, aren't they? You're fine, Kit Kat. You're fine. Like I said, they are predictable. They can't stand if somebody's having a good conversation because they got to come in and interfere with it. And 9 times out of 10, it backfires. Like JFK, backfire. Robert, backfire. They don't ever learn. But hey, that's on them. But you all have a great day. I got things I got to do because it is a busy weekend. Be safe. Enjoy the weekend. Remember veterans this weekend. Pray for them. May God watch over each and every one of you and your families to keep you safe. And hopefully that we get through this weekend without too many people hurt or injured on the city roads. But with that being said, you guys make this channel. I want to thank you all for subbing. You guys are great. You really are. And I know you guys don't hear it enough, but you deserve to hear it. You guys are a good bunch of people. Don't let anybody ever take that away from you. But have an amazing day. May God watch over all of you guys. Peace.